Namaskar. Welcome to Katha Kahani Kavya. My name is Manisha. Our today's topic is general Hindu religious customs and rites. Om. Part 2, Chapter 7, The Four Castes. In the long pilgrimage of the Jivatma through myriads of births, already referred to, there are four distinctly marked stages called of old varnas or colors and recognized in the social polity laid down by Manu as distinct social classes or castes. These stages are universal, all Jivatmas passing through them. The peculiarity of the Sanatana Dharma is that it has made them the framework of its social polity. In the early days, the outer caste coincided with the stages. Jivatma at each stage were born into bodies belonging to that of stage, and the whole of society was therefore contented and progressive. But in these later days, as Arjuna truly foresaw in his distress on Kurukshetra, Varna Sankara, caste confusion, has come on Aryavarta and her whole peninsula. Jivatmas at each stage are being born into bodies of other stages, and hence, as surely as content and progress arose out of the harmony of elder days, do disorder and stagnation arise out of the disharmony of the present. How a better state of things may be brought about is a question for men to discuss and resolve, not for inexperienced boys. What we need here is to understand the meaning of castes. We have said there are four stages. The first is that which includes the infancy, childhood, and youth of the Jivatma. He is unfolding youthful virtues, developing obedience, serviceableness, patience. He has few responsibilities. His duties may be summed up in the word service. Where there is no caste confusion, such young Jivatmas are born only into the lower social stratum. They are laborers, artisans, servants, manual workers of every kind. In the social polity of the Sanatana Dharma, such Jivatmas were born into the caste of Shudras. In these days of caste confusion, such young Jivatmas, whether born into the Shudra caste in India or into the corresponding class elsewhere, are happy, contented, and useful. But where, as often happens nowadays, they are born into higher castes or classes, they do much harm to their surroundings by their incapacity to discharge higher duties and to bear the weight of higher responsibilities. So also difficulties arise when older Jivatmas are born into the lower bodies and fret against their environment, are discontented and rebellious. Of course, a really advanced Jivatma is content in anybody, but the mediocre Jivatma quite naturally and inevitably fight against uncongenial surroundings. And their restlessness is used by Ishvara to help on evolution and to bring about necessary changes. The second stage covers the first half of the Jivatma's manhood, when he is fit to gain wealth, to enjoy it and use it, to organize labor and direct it, to undertake great responsibilities and administer well accumulated possessions. This includes the commercial class, the great traders, and the organizers of industry, the capitalists, bankers, the managers of large industrial concerns. In the social polity of the Sanatana Dharma, such Jivatmas were born into the caste of Vaishyas and were trained in it gradually to see as aim the common good and the general prosperity instead of mere personal aggrandizement. The third stage makes the second half of the Jivatma's manhood, when his responsibilities and powers widen out to include the nation, and he is called to legislate, to rule, to work unselfishly for the state, and to use his power to protect and to regulate, not to aggrandize himself. This includes kings, judges, legislators, warriors, all who rule and keep order in the state. In the social polity of the Sanatana Dharma, such mature Jivatmas were born into the Kshatriya caste and bore the burden of kingship and of fighting for the national defense. The fourth stage embraces the serene age of the Jivatma, when earthly things have lost their charm, and he becomes the counselor and friend and helper of all his youngers. This includes the priest, the counselor, the teachers of every kind, authors, scientists, poets, philosophers. In the social polity of the Sanatana Dharma, such Jivatmas were born into the caste of Brahmanas, the advanced and unselfish ones who gave much and needed little. Caste confusion in India has struck this caste most hardly, as the degradation of the higher is always worse than that of the lower. The Shudra Jivatma in the Brahmana body is the greatest danger to the Sanatana Dharma. Much of the evil has grown from men of each caste grasping at the work of the other castes, and from each thinking more of the rights his caste gives him than of the duties it imposes. The Brahmana and the Kshatriya have claimed their privileges ardently and have shrunk from the heavy burdens belonging to their castes. Naturally, this attitude has provoked opposition, and antagonisms have replaced mutual service and goodwill. Hence, caste has become a source of social bitterness instead of a framework maintaining all in happy order. At least this much every boy can do towards bringing about a happier state of things. He can diligently practice the virtues characteristics of his caste and avoid pride, vanity, and grasping at privileges. Let the Shudra be remarkable for his industry, fidelity, and serviceableness. Let the Vaishya be remarkable for his diligence, discretion, and charity. Let the Kshatriya be remarkable for his courage, generosity, and vigor. Let the Brahmana be remarkable for his patience, purity, learning, truthfulness, and self sacrifice. And it may be that if the caste thus practice their several dharmas, caste confusion may gradually pass away. Om Yadveshyah Padabhyam Shudro Ajayat. The Brahmana was his mouth, the Rajanya was made his two arms, his two thighs the Vaishya, the Shudra was born from his 2 feet. सर्वस्यास्य तु सर्गस्य गुप्त्यर्थे स महाद्युतिः मुखबाहुरूपज्जानां प्रतिकर्माण्ये कल्पयत् अध्यापनमध्ययनं यजनं याजनं तथा दानं प्रतिग्रहं चैव ब्रह्मणा नाम कल्पयत् प्रजानां रक्षणं दानमिज्याध्ययनमेव च विषयेषु प्रसक्तिं च क्षत्रियस्य समादिशत् पशूनां रक्षणं दानमित्यध्ययनमेव च वणिक्पथं कुसीदं च वैश्वस्य कृषिमेव च एकमेव तु शूद्रस्य प्रभुः कर्म समादिशत् एतेषामेव वर्णनां शुश्रूषा मनयूयया. He, the resplendent for the sake of protecting all his creation, assigned separate karmas to those born of his mouth, arms, thighs, and feet. Teaching and studying the Veda, sacrificing and also guiding others in offering sacrifices, gifts, and receiving of gifts. These he assigned to the Brahmanas. The protection of the people, gifts, sacrificing, and study of the Vedas, non-attachment amid the objects of the senses. These he prescribed to the Kshatriyas. The protection of cattle, gifts, sacrificing, and study of the Vedas, commerce, banking, and agriculture to the Vaishyas. The Lord commanded one karma only for the Shudras to serve ungrudgingly these other castes. Yasya yal lakshanam proktam punso varnabhivanjakam yadanyatrapi drashyet tatate naiv vidirtishet. What is said as to the marks of conduct, indicative of a man's caste, if those marks are found in another, let him be designated by the caste of his marks and not of his birth. न योनिर्नापि संस्कारो न श्रुतं न च सन्ततिः कारणानि द्विजत्वस्य वृत्तमेव तु कारणम्. Not birth, not samskara, nor study of the Vedas or ancestry are the causes of being twice born. Conduct alone is verily the cause thereof. Satyam danam kshama शीलमानृशंस्य तपोघृणा दृश्यते यत्र नागेन्द्र स ब्राह्मण इति स्मृतः शूद्रे तु यद् भवे लक्ष्मं द्विजे तच्च न विद्यते नैव शूद्रो भवेत् शूद्रो ब्राह्मणो न च ब्राह्मणः यत्रैतल्लक्ष्यते सर्वं वृत्तं स ब्राह्मणः स्मृतः यत्र नैतद् भवेत् सर्वं तं शूद्रमिति निर्दिशेत्. Truth, charity, forgiveness, good conduct, gentleness, austerity, and mercy. Where these are seen, O king of serpents, he is called a Brahmana. If these marks exist in a Shudra and not in one twice born, the Shudra is not a Shudra, nor the Brahmana a Brahmana. Where this conduct is shown, O serpent, he is called a Brahmana. Where this is not, O serpent, he should be regarded as a Shudra. Acharhinam na punanti veda yadapyadhitaha seh shadbhirangai chandasyenam mrityukale tyajanti needam shakunta iv jatapakshaha. आचारहीनस्य तु ब्राह्मणस्य वेदा षडङ्गास्त्वखिलः सयज्ञः कामप्रीतिमुत्पादयतु समर्था अन्धस्य तारा इव दर्शनीयाः. The Vedas help not the man that hath not righteous ways, even though they be studied together with all the angas. The Chandas abandon him at the supreme moment of death, even as full-fledged birds their nest. To the Brahmana that is void of righteous ways, the Vedas, even in their entirety, and with all angas and all sacrifices too, can bring no more joy than a wife, lovely to see, can bring unto a blind husband. Oh.